Welcome back to the watch list. We're watching the Magnificent Seven, of course. So these stocks really have carried 2023. When you look at the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, it's been such an exciting year. But now what? Is it going to be the Magnificent Seven for 2024? Fewer? More? Let's get our panel here. Michael Robinson, Chief Investment Strategist, Trend Trader Daily, and Will Rhind, Founder, CEO at Granite Shares. Thank you both for being with us. So, Michael, I'll start with you, and I'll say I heard one person today saying it's not going to be the Magnificent Seven, it's going to be the Magnificent Two. And then there's others who say it's not Magnificent Seven, there's Magnificent 10 and 12. Where are we headed? Because people love these names, and they're still doing very well while they're off the highs. They're still doing very well with these names. Your thoughts on some of these? Can you blow through them a little bit? Best and worst?
Yeah, well, all seven are going to remain major players in 2024. There's no way around it. So it's funny because 10 years ago, nobody would have said these big tech firms are like safety plays. And that's what you're seeing today. I mean, Tesla's not going to go under, and Nvidia is not going to go under. These are great places to invest for the long haul. And they've really come back as a group. The market is up. If I have one concern about the market overall, Nicole, it's that we just came vaulting off the bottom. I would prefer to have seen a little bit more of a gradual staging of a rally. Having said that, though, you know, there's no consolidation today. Nobody is selling with any kind of conviction. So that's a real positive sign. These stocks are going to remain places to be for the foreseeable future, whether that is, I mean, 10 years ago, did we have $1 trillion company? So you've got all of these big firms out there dominated by tech. They're going to continue to play an outsized role in the S&P. Whether that's going to be the Magnificent Four or the Magnificent 10, I think it's just really impossible to know at this point in time.
You know, and you have things that are happening, like if it's AI and it's something new and exciting, that could be driving things. Something like Apple, for example, you know, maybe some weaker sales. Is that going to be part of the Magnificent Seven? Will Rhind, how do you break it down when you look at these names?
I think it's some very similar thoughts to what we've just heard, but you know, there is some change, and some change is natural. Remember, we used to talk about the FANG stocks, and obviously within FANG was Netflix, and that was kind of a key stock that was on everybody's mind, and now less so, being replaced by some of these other companies. But you know, I think this is the story of this year, and as Michael said, it'll be the story of next year as well, that you have 7 companies, hence the reference to the Magnificent Seven, that have carried the major market indices this year. In other words, if you haven't invested in these 7 companies, you've almost certainly underperformed. And in a market where you're getting 5% on your cash, you know, the incentive to go into stocks is perhaps not as high as it was, you know, certainly in the last few years. And so in that environment, we're seeing people looking to these mega tech companies as being not only just safety plays, but the highest quality companies in the market that can consistently produce growth and those earnings. And at the end of the day, what this year has been about what the stock market should be about, which is about earnings. And these companies have performed incredibly well Q1, Q2, and Q3, with the exception of obviously Nvidia yet to report. But that has been the story so far, and I don't see any reason for that to change going forward, and certainly to next year.
I think that the thing that would help viewers in an actionable way would be to just ask you straight out, because you both have said a lot of positive things about 2024. For example, Will, I saw in your notes you said Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta seem to be your favorite. But if someone said, look, I want to put some money to work, I'm going to buy all 7, would you be okay with that? Quickly, Will? Yes or no?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the only stock that I think at the moment is, you know, anything we can talk about with substance is Tesla. And, you know, Tesla's quarter was weaker, but I think that's entirely understandable when we coincided with the high interest rate environment, auto financing, and some of the weaker conditions. And their competitors are experiencing the same thing.
Yeah.
So, again, it's a market
Michael,
timing
I want to
thing.
get to Michael and leave him time to answer that question, too. Michael, would you be comfortable if someone said, I want to buy all 7? Would you be good with that?
Yes, I would. I would like to see Nvidia's numbers a little bit, but it's considered the place to be for AI. And what Will said about earnings is really true. Meta up 168% in the quarter, Amazon 236%, and the laggard is Alphabet with 42% EPS growth year over year. This is the place you want to be.
Yeah.
You need to have some exposure, and I wouldn't try to cherry pick right now. I would just go with all seven.
Okay. Glad to see you both. Thank you both so very much. Michael Robinson, Trend Trader Daily, Will Rhind, Granite Shares. Thank you both for being with me today on the watch list.